Good afternoon, Year 4s, and welcome to Friday's vocabulary lesson. So today our focus words are the following. So we've got sequence, sequel, sequential, consequence, specimen, spectate, spectacularly, aspect, spectator, and spectacular. So have a look at these words, and what root word do you see in a lot of those words? And what do you think the prefixes or suffixes might be for some of those words? So just pause the video and have a think about that. Okay, so a lot of the base words, almost like the root word, is seq and spec. So if you go back, you can see a lot of these words in the middle have got, or the beginning, seq, seq, seq. Some of them also have it in the middle, so consequence. And then some of the words also have spec. So we've got aspect, spectacular, or spectator. So we're going to have a look at what these words mean. So before we do that in our definitions, think if you know what any of these words mean, or have a look in a dictionary to see what the definition of each of these words mean and write them down. Okay. So these are some of the prefixes or suffixes of the words as well. So some of the words ended a suffix in or. So for example, spectator. Some of them had ate or con as a prefix or a suffix. Okay, so the definitions are a sequence in a particular order, things that come one after another in a particular order. So you could have a sequence of numbers, for example. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sequel, the next book or film in a series. It continues the story of an earlier book or film. Sequential, forming or following a logical order. Consequence, the result of an action. So for example, if you've done something really good, your consequence might be a nice reward. Or you could have done something bad and you will have a negative consequence. So aspect, a part or feature of something. Then spectate, to watch a game, show, or event. Specimen, one individual animal, plant, used for scientific study, a sample used for testing. Spectacular, a beautiful in an eye-catching way, something that is dramatic and impressive. Spectacularly, doing something in a dramatic or eye-catching way. And a spectator is a person who watches a game, show, or event. Okay, so we can group these focus words into two parts. So these ones, they've got the seq in it, are all kind of words that mean to follow. So sequence, sequential, sequel, consequence, and consequently. Okay, these are all kind of following words. So for example, sequence is a following of numbers. Sequel, it's one book and then the next book would follow. A consequence, if you did something really good, what would follow would be your reward, your consequence. And then this one with spec, often these words will mean looking or appearing at something. So a spectator might be watching a football game. Okay, so we've got two parts to these. So what I'd like you to do today is to see if you can write some paragraphs with or sentences with these words. Maybe try and include more than one word in your sentence or your paragraph. So for example, you might have the spectator dropped his spectacles, therefore as a consequence, he could not see the game. So you could try and bring as many of these words into a sentence or paragraph. Okay, so that'll be your vocabulary lesson for today. You are welcome to write this on a piece of paper or type it up and send it to the Year 4 email. Okay, have fun, Year 4s.